Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's jacobcrypobury. We're going to look at some Bitcoin news and what's going on in the Bitcoin markets today, because these markets are just absolutely redonkulous at the moment. What's going on? So we got minus 0.6% on Bitcoin weekly market capitalization. We can see ETH is down 1.2%. We've got a few of our alt layer 1 infrastructures up as well. We've got Matic up 2.3%. Luna's doing amazing right now, plus 17.2% on the market cap side of things there as well. So Bitcoin just loses that $40,000 support level. So we're back down to a 757 billion market capitalization for a Bitcoin. So yeah, you know, sort of swings and roundabouts at the moment. So what's happening is really a red network map. All the infrastructures, all the DeFi, the financial services, meme, the gaming, all of these different areas of crypto are slowly bleeding out. And I think what's happening at the moment is the retail investors are so exhausted right now. Like, we're all bored, we're all waiting for the next thing to happen, and the only people that can really afford to actually accumulate more right now, it's the smart money flowing in. It's the whales, it's the legacy holders that are keeping this Bitcoin price up high right now. So just to start the video, a bit of Bitcoin analysis. We are still trickling at this 39.7k level. And again, we're hovering over this critical support at 39.7k. We've been in this range now for a long time. And when I say a long time, we're looking at around 102 days. The previous wick-off distribution phase was all the way back here in 17th of May, and this particular phase was actually less durable. It was only 63 days during this particular wick-off supply phase. So now we're back in a very similar phase, except we've got a much higher average price. And for the whole of this year in 2022, the average price has really been about $40.5 thousand. You could easily say between, you know, the top here over at 43.4 and also 34.6. Really, the average price has just been around this particular level here. So we're just sitting at the average price of 2022, still trading very much in a sideways action, and we're getting a lot of consolidation at this particular level. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, again, it's just screaming the consolidation at this level. Oh, Bitcoin, how you are so boring at the moment. Speaking of boring things, when things do get boring, that's usually when you should start feeling a bit bullish. Last time we came below this 40k level just a few days ago, it was a very short-lived dump down to 38.5k. Then we got a huge bounce back up to 43k, a big $5,000 movement. And it's crazy how quickly it happened. Over 3 days, 11.5% movement to the upside. Looking at the RSI, we can see a similar sort of sell-off where we have come down on the RSI. Hopefully we can hold this particular level, because if we lose the support, we may see those lower price levels such as 38.5k once again. Looking at the hourly time frame, really oversold on the RSI, sitting around 30. So it does make me think, is this a good time to be accumulating that Bitcoin? We have seen a lot of whales. We've also got Terra eyeing up buying more Bitcoin, and there's some other big industry news that is coming up at the moment. So a bit of news, market snapshot. Dow, S&P 500 booked sharpest declines in nearly 2 weeks after Fed's Powell signals half-point interest rate likely in May. So the market knew this was going to come. We knew that the interest rate hike was going to come in May. Yeah, you know, everyone is still flapping around and getting all emotional and things like this, because one thing never changes in a market, and that is fear and greed. It doesn't matter how far you look back in time, fear and greed is always the big catalyst of markets and why things move. You can see it with commodities, sugar, you know, vegetables, any market. It could be fish. Fear and greed will always be associated in any single trade in the entire world, basically. So it's pretty crazy to see that happening. Bit more news over here today. This is quite interesting, actually. So we can see things are going to get spicy real soon. It reminds me of this chicken roughy I ate the other day. It was delicious, actually. Bearers beware, UST, Bitcoin. So Terra UST have just literally posted this today. Well, just yesterday, actually, about 24 hours ago. And we can see this is almost like they're telling us that they want to buy more, ready to accumulate more to their foundation bag. Terra have already accumulated millions and if not billions worth of Bitcoin, and if they are looking to do it again, it looks like they just might be the savior for Bitcoin as we do sort of get out this Bitcoin season. Hopefully we're going to see a bit of a reversal soon. If Terra do take up this dip, it's going to look very, very nice. As we can see here, let's pump this to the moon, Terra money. Terra CEO is buying billions in Bitcoin with free money. How, you may ask? Is the end game to create a Terra ecosystem or to accumulate Bitcoin, the best asset in the world? This is happening right under your nose as I post this, possibly at your expense. Best to prepare a thread. So pretty cool. Do Kwon replying to stablecoin. Every umbrage you take adds more eyeballs to USD and leads to Bitcoin, a Luna to be market bought. You are helping the Terra protocol to be the biggest stacker of Satoshis in existence. So thank you, Anon. Please keep on going. Pretty cool thing to speculate. If we look here, we've got the Terra Luna Foundation Guard. We've got their Bitcoin wallet. Currently, they're holding a very modest 42.5k Bitcoin, which is a huge $1.7 billion worth just from one single wallet address. Lots of individual transactions we can see. There are actually some microtransactions over here as well, which is kind of crazy. We don't know where that money is going, but this is how much Terra are holding at the moment, and maybe even they'll have 50,000 individual Bitcoins at some point very, very soon. So to see the smart money actually accumulating whilst the retailers are flapping around and selling in fear, of course, naturally, this is quite a bullish thing to be considering. I want to also show you 6,018 Bitcoins have recently been purchased on April 21, 11:54 a.m. Roughly $250 million has gone into Bitcoin. So it does show you that there are people accumulating even at these particular levels, transferred from Coinbase to an unknown wallet, which is pretty bullish. So they've obviously put that away somewhere, ready to hold it for whatever they think is going to happen next. Maybe they're going to hold it for the next market cycle. Maybe they're waiting for the next Bitcoin halving. But to see these whale transactions at this current period of time, where we're experiencing this lull and this bear phase in the market, or shall we call it consolidation at the average price of 40.5k USD for Bitcoin in 2022, I think this is ultra bullish, and it's impossible to actually ignore this type of activity when it's right in front of us. The information is there for us to see. We can see all of these transactions on Etherscan, BSC scan, whalealert.io. The transparency is there, and once you follow the money, follow the wallets and see where the money is actually transferring in and out to, you realize what the smart money is actually doing right now that the retailer investor is not doing. So it's pretty crazy. We'll also hop on a bit of news as well, looking at some global banking news and global adoption really. We can see Germany's Commerzbank applies for local crypto license. If the license application is accepted, the bank would be authorized to offer exchange and crypto asset services. So this is a little image here of the Commerzbank. Commerzbank applied for a crypto license earlier this year. A spokesperson for the bank said, "This makes it the first major bank in Germany to move towards crypto adoption." So we want these banks to be adopting cryptocurrency. We want to see taxes paid in crypto. We want to see the legacy systems integrate with the blockchain protocol if it's not going to become centralized in some really kind of strange way. So it's nice to see. Scrolling down, we can see Commerzbank is Germany's second largest listed bank and is partly owned by the government. Germany had brought in a new law effective Jan 2020 that would encourage German banks to offer crypto services. So it looks like slowly it's rolling out. There must be a lot of stigma around this, and it must be pretty difficult for something like this to get approved, but it's a start. And it's just like when Elon Musk first accumulated his Bitcoin. Other market leaders followed in his footsteps. Other enterprises and businesses also followed in the footsteps. So this could be the first of many, and this is what we want to see, because right now I still believe under 1% of the global population even understand, let alone know, what cryptocurrency is and what it can offer in the future. Another bit of cool news right here. We got the Bahamas national cryptocurrency developer says startups essential for adoption. The CEO of Nazia Limited, the firm developing the Bahamas central bank digital currency, said that startups will be key to its adoption. The CEO of transactions from Nazia, Joe Joe says Bahamian tech startups will need to lead the development of the project Sand Dollar, according to a report by the Nassau Guardian on May 31. So here we can see just down below, we are going to build the back end and we will open up the front end to allow local entrepreneurs, tech startups, whomever to be able to build new products and create new services around CBDC. We feel that this is going to be a key aspect of really making this thing become real, living, breathing thing that people basically engage in. So another nice little article talking about mass adoption, more people using, businesses, more countries actually legalizing, maybe not as just a tender, but at least adopting to the idea of it and offering it as a utility, whether it could be services or something like that. So this is still really, really bullish news. As we see here, a digital Bahamian currency is especially important for many family islands, as they have seen many commercial banks downsize and pull out of their communities, leaving them without banking services. As an island nation where transportation can be inconvenient for many, especially the elderly and costly, we must offer financial services digitally and securely. So of course, Bahama, not really the biggest economy when you're comparing it to some of the BRICS countries, shall we say. And I think it's great that these smaller countries, these developing worlds, have this digital exposure and opportunity. Another bit of news. Earth Day analysts say Bitcoin mining is naturally gravitating to green energy. Earth Day 2022 is a good day to highlight how crypto mining operations have begun to naturally gravitate towards cheaper and cleaner energy sources. Now, April 22 is Earth Day, so happy Earth Day, everyone. I hope you're treating the Earth just like you would to your very much loved ones. And we can see, global debate surrounding Bitcoin mining. Analysts say the industry has begun to naturally gravitate towards cleaner and cheaper energy sources, which is a good thing because we get a lot of stick in the crypto world. We can see of Norway's 157 terawatt hours of power produced per year, 88% is hydroelectric, with wind, thermal and force making up the remainder. Miners use that renewable energy to produce about 1% of the total Bitcoin hash rate, according to the data from blockchain research firm CoinShares. So that's kind of interesting to see that Bitcoin is now actually considered. So I think this is very, very good in the long run. More countries can actually, adopt this strategy. As we see, we've got a tweet here. Breaking Bitcoin mining can drive us to 70% renewables-based energy consumption by 2030. So to say Bitcoin mining is good for the environment is like saying the sun is warm, a massive understatement. Bitcoin mining is our unexpected superhero, and here's how. So actually, this is a good thing right now. And the funny thing is, people, mining these mining rigs and everything, everyone is complaining how they suck so much power, from the world, fossil fuels and everything. But in reality, you've just got to go walk into any single city in the world. You see these huge skyscrapers with probably 50 to 100,000 computers plugged in each one. And that's what really is sucking power through the, off the planet. That's what's making the planet want to blow up right now. It's not just crypto. So everyone is always pointing towards crypto. Money laundering, crypto. Well, no, money laundering, US dollar, pound coin, euros. Come on, go to London for a day and you're going to see about 20 drug dealers. And what are they using? Cash, not cryptocurrency. It's just that simple. Okay, another bit of news. A dozen Bitcoin ATMs installed at the largest EU electronics retailer. Following a successful Bitcoin ATM pilot by Europe's largest electronics retailer, 12 new Bitcoin ATMs are coming to Australia's media market stores. So more accessibility. I think this is really great. More exposure for Bitcoin and crypto, and the fact that it's more accessible means more people will be using the network itself. And this will also create more curiosity to people that want to get into crypto, but they're not too sure. But when they start seeing these services out there on the streets within trusted retailers, that's going to create a level of trust between the consumer and the service itself. So I think this is extremely bullish news as well for cryptocurrency from a commercial point of view, for the retail investor that actually wants to be able to use their cryptocurrency as a traditional fiat currency. What else we got? So we're going to finish off with this little bit of article right here. Analysts say Bitcoin has already capitulated. Interesting. So we target 41.3k as the most hold level. That's pretty much the sort of average price level for 2022. We've seen 40.5k numerous times at the moment. And on-chain data suggests that the market has already capitulated Traders identify a bullish technical analysis pattern with a breakout target near the 41.3k level. Traders struggle to build sustainable bullish momentum, persisted across the cryptocurrency market on April 2020 after prices slid lower during the afternoon trading session. And ApeCoin appears to be one of the few tokens that are defying the current market downturn. And ApeCoin did almost smash through a new all-time high the other day. Data from Cointelegraph shows that an early morning attempt to buy Bitcoin bulls to break above 42k was soundly rejected by bears, resulting in a pullback to a daily low of 40.8k before the price was bid back above 41k. And what's more important is that we're getting the whale accumulation at this $40k level. A significant portion of whale holdings reside between 38 and 42k right now, a vital area for Bitcoin. Above it, bullish; below it, bearish. So if we're above, we're bullish; if we're below, we're feeling bearish. So hopefully those whales can keep us in that bear territory. I think, we still got a very, very long way to go. What happens when we have the next halvening for Bitcoin? I mean, we're so young in the industry. There's really not much to worry about. If you want to buy today, hold for 10 years, you're gonna get rewarded in the markets. It's just how it works. Time, resilience to emotional reactions is probably the most valuable thing. Simply doing nothing with your portfolio is probably one of the best things you can ever do if your vision is long term and if you're accumulating in the bear markets, because you don't want to be shaken out by nullification or invalidation through the logic and the sentiment, because your brain is just worrying and you're anxious. This is not successful trading or even investment strategy. And that's one thing I can tell you, because I've met countless rich people, especially on my travels, who have a lot of cryptocurrency, and their main strategy was always hodl. Trading never did make it for them. I'm not saying trading doesn't work, but holding is the ultimate thing that you can do in this particular market. Just before we wrap up this video, I just want to guys, make sure you hop into the Discord channel. Come say hello. There's about 200 people in there at the moment. If you also want to buy some Bitcoin, you can do that down below in the description. Take you to the safest place to do so and hold on an exchange, or even on a hard or soft wallet of your choice. And if you want to subscribe, just smash thumbs up, comment, leave a comment down below. That really helps, actually. Make sure you do comment. Let me know your thoughts and leave suggestions on the video. Bye for now, guys.